the Dutch Barge. Pete's been busy as usual. Let's have a look, see what's going on. So we've got a bulkhead in here now that's going to house the switch panels and display and stuff, which is just hanging about here. And it's asleep. Yeah, I isolated the 12 volt to 24 volt. We now have a starter battery box, wow. And also, Calorifire's now got a proper home, and the Webasto, pretty sure is going to go on there. So that's looking pretty good. Again, top quality, all varnished. We've got a lid now on the leisure battery box as well. So the smart shun's bleeping away, that's awake. Yeah, all looking pretty good. So a few things I've got to do, buttoning up this loom on this starboard side, and I really need to revisit the port side just to make sure we've got everything in there that needs to be in there. So one other thing that's just came to me the other day when I was looking at cable and stuff. Yeah, most of the boats I work on are inland, canals, rivers, all that sort of stuff. This boat may or may not see coastal water. Right, so when I was looking at we was looking at the bow thruster cable, charging cable down to the bow thruster and stuff. So it occurred to me that really that should be Ocean Flex. And that's the way we're going to go. So everything on the domestic side is your normal copper cable, but everything on the propulsion control side is going to be Ocean Flex. Ocean Flex is tinned copper, so it resists corrosion a lot better than just bare copper. So, you know, what I've thought about it, because I calculated the cables go down the gunnels for charging the bow thruster batteries and for the windlass. 70mm cable, that is. So, yeah, that could be here. You can see the anchor chain. This is the sort of the vessel that will hold the anchor chain. That's all going to be salty and covered in salt water. So that environment could be quite corrosive, and that's what started me down that route. That really all that propulsion kind of stuff, navigation lights, all that sort of stuff should be Ocean Flex, and I spoke to Pete about that, and yeah, that's what we're going to do. Seems logical for the safety critical stuff. So right, okay, so let's have a crack on and see what I'm going to do next. Or first, we're going to mount the Webasto on that plate there, on that board that Pete's put in. That'll allow him to look at the outlet for the exhaust, or I'll drill it, whichever, because obviously that's a fixed length. So we need to look at the outlet for the exhaust. So I'm just going to have a look at that to start with. Again, putting things in place, and then you can always wire to them and all that sort of stuff. But it's certainly coming on in this area, considering it's only been, I don't know, 3 or 4 days, no, let's say 5 days that we've been working together, and it's come on such a long way. So, yeah, really pleased with that. Anyway, I've got another Webasto to install tomorrow, another Evo. But going to get this just assembled up, pop it on that plate, sort of see where the exhaust is going to go, and yeah, we'll go from there, shall we? Try and get it in the middle somewhere. Yeah, about there. Right, that's everything mounted on that board now. Cables are all plugged in. Obviously there's quite a bit to do in this area. So these cables now run down over to the battery box. So I'm going to do that now. One thing about these Webasto looms is they are quite long, which is great when you're trying to install something. Don't chop the loom, you'll invalidate the warranty, so be very careful with that, or just don't do it. I think I've said that before. So we'll have to hide everything, but that's okay. So just got to take that cable across there and over to the battery box, and then have a chat with Pete about the exhaust outlet. But yes, not to a point where that's obviously going to be fired up. We have got to put the dip tube into the fuel tank as well. So want to chat with Pete about that, how he wants to handle that. And then there's things like the Argo FET, Argo diode, which is for charging the bell thruster and windlass batteries up there. It's got to be mounted up. Get all the engine electrics connected to the battery, obviously through isolation. Yeah, yes. Excuse me, plenty still going on, and many things to think about still. I'm still struggling with the switch panel, but I have all the breakers and switches on it. The company I used to use, like I may have mentioned, has disappeared. And if you look at things like, have a look at the Vita switch panels. Yeah, yeah, you spend £1,000 on a few switch panels. So maybe going down the Trafalite method, where I get the company to cut all the Trafalite out for the correct breakers and switches, and then I mount them. The thing is, they will label them and etch them as well. So that's great, and it will look really nice. But we best know what all those circuits are, because once that Trafalite's cut, that's the end of that. So we'll have a think about that. I also do need to add up all how many circuits we actually have. Right, so I've just popped the bell thruster motor on its flange. You okay there? on its flange. The flange is not welded yet, but that's where it's going to be. And it just about clears that this up right here. A positive connection and a negative connection. Let me just show you that. So here's the positive, negative cable goes into there, and also we have the left and right controls that come from the stern. So one thing I've just seen, which we don't come across very often in the inland waterways, is the bow thruster. This particular bow thruster is proportional, so you can, it's not just a switch, it's actually a speed control for the motor. So that's new to me. Normally it's just a coil pack on there that just reverses the motor one way or the other, full chat. So that's a bit new. Shouldn't make any difference to me as an installer, because really I've just got to run the cables and power it up. So that's pretty similar. So yeah, just getting an eye on that. There's the controller, all Vitas. Would have been a few quid with that. But right, let me have a look at the cables. So we should have a couple of lengths of cable that will go from here, which will be up there somewhere, all the way down the boat to the bow thruster control unit. So yeah, there's the CAN bus termination resistor, which goes on the bow thruster control, like that one. So that's all that is, all the way from the front to the back. Need to look at this, because what does this say? CAN 3-point hub for swing thruster. Not quite sure where I need that. Right, back on the Dutch. Here we are, dressed down Friday. Yeah, what am I doing? Okay, so yeah, I've got to run the bow thruster charge cables, which are the split conduits there. Ocean Flex cable is here. That's just for charging. Yeah, it's big for a reason. I did my calculations. What else we got going on? Got the switch panels. 3 of these are inside the domestics, 1 in the engine bay. I used to use a company called Axon, I think it was, that used to make multiple way switch panels, nice panels as well. I've got one on my boat. They seem to have disappeared. So, and if you want like 30 way switch panels, bloody hell, look at the price of those. So we're going to mount 3 of these, either 3 horizontally or vertically. It's up to Peter really which way he wants those, makes no difference to these. So these are breakers as well. So yeah, we're going to fit those, say 3 in here, 1 in the engine bay. If anybody knows where you can get these panels made at a reasonable price, not like 1,200 quid from Vitas, no way, then let me know, I'd be interested. Right, so that's those. We've got the cable, again Ocean Flex, which is in the engine bay, to look at the engine charging and start inside. Here's you've probably seen me doing this already. Can't remember what I've filmed, what I haven't filmed, but there you go. It's all coming on. It's all coming on. And yeah, so anyway, I'm waffling, so let's just get cracking, shall we? See where we get to today. Just a 6-hour day today, because I've got to pick up a load of stuff. My workload is through the roof at the moment. So let's get as much done as possible. Peter's also, he's going to mount those because he's really good at woodwork, as you probably tell. We've got to mount the GX Touch. Yeah, there we go. Eventually, we've got to mount that, and also there'll be a single gang for a immersion heater switch, and one for the light switch for coming down into the engine, into the saloon or whatever's here, galley I think it is. No, kitchen's over there, galley. I'm talking rubbish. Yesterday was such a head day, oh man. So I was on 5 different boats yesterday, all wanted advice on XYZ, what we're going to do, what we're going to do there, and all that sort of stuff. Then spent like hours and hours ordering stuff after. So yeah, a busy day yesterday, so I just need to get some work done. So anyway, let's crack on. Just going on this spiral, no, it's not a spiral, split conduit. God, it's a bit tedious this. But and necessary to protect the cable against abrasion. It should take me a while to pop this on, so yeah, check back in a second and I'll have these positive and negative all buttoned up hopefully. They're all encased in that split conduit now, all the way down here. There's enough slack, I think, because these are going to have to come up higher because the way the boarding's going to be. There's no way through those, whatever you call them, those fillets there. So might have to come up over the top somewhere along there. So there's enough anyway to come up and over. Here's the 2 batteries for the windlass and the bow thruster. Charging cables here, as you've just seen. So negative's going to go onto here, on the negative on this battery, hop over to this one, and then the positive will come up onto this one. So I'm basically putting the negative on one corner, positive on the other. There'll be a fuse here as well, and also there'll be another fuse. There'll be charging fuse and also fuses for the windlass and the bow thruster themselves. So 3 fuses here. So right, happy days. Right, sometime later. Apologies guys, it's been really busy here and elsewhere. This year shows no sign of calming down at all, so I'm really busy. So a quick update of where we are. I'm going to wrap this video up because I know there's been a lot going on and there's still a lot going on. So Pete's now mounted all these switch panels. These have come out really nice actually, the quality is really good. Yes, it's not one panel like you see on a lot of boats. I was struggling to find somebody, Axon disappeared, but there is another company I found out about. But I actually like how these are going to be, how these look, recessed as you can see with the display and the inverter remote. So that all looks good. That'll be a light switch, that'll be black. And I think we're going to mount the immersion switch somewhere else to try and keep this as clean as possible. So this has come out really nice when you imagine that all painted, and there's going to be like an oak surround or something around there, so that look really good. I think most of the stuff in this area you're probably aware of. The panel's still as it was. You can see the back of the panels. So I've got to make this look as neat as possible. So I may put some trunking along here and also up rather than a great big nest, because that becomes messy really fast. So yeah, I'll probably put some trunking along there. I have got some spare, so that's always good. Yeah, Pete's taken the chain drum out, and you can see now I'm starting to look at the fusing and the cables and stuff for the bow thruster and windlass, and also the charging cables that you're probably aware of already. They're already there. They're just in there loose to keep these batteries topped up, so they're not just sitting there idle for a long period of time. So that'll be for the next video. That's where we are now. Hopefully this video's made sense. I know it's been over weeks and weeks and weeks of content in this one video. It's just because I'm just so busy, so apologies for that. I'm going to try and make more videos, but again, they have to be something you've not seen before. There's no point showing you another Webasto service, no point showing you another whatever. I really should have filmed an air dispatcher service of the day, but there'll be another one along, so I'll try and remember that. But yes, anyway, if there's anything you want to see or want to see some more of, then just drop me a comment in the comments box. And then I could try and work on that in my head where you would like that to go. But I'm going to try and as Yoda said, there is no try. Making more content. It's been a really busy year, it has. So I've still got loads of solar to fit, solar boxes, inverter chargers. There's still tons of stuff on this. And a Fogstar lithium that's coming up, but that'll be into November. I've got a short vacation in early November. I've earned it. And there's some more lithium and that coming up there. A bit like the one we did on Pura Vida. I think that's right. Somebody tell me if it wasn't. Right, anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up. Hopefully this video's made some kind of sense as an update of where we are on the Dutch barge. All going great guns. What I'm trying to do is get this barge, all the first fix done, and there's a lot of it. There's all the running lights, navigation and everything yet. Trying to get this first fix all done, wrapped up, so Pete can then go on and start cladding. And then I'll come back obviously for second fixes and things like that. So trying to get to that, but next video will be all the bow thruster stuff. So stay tuned for that, and yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, guys. Stay safe, have a good one. Bye.